Right now at the Rhode Island State House, the debate over 3 gun safety bills is underway. Thank you for joining us on this Friday. I'm Shannon Heggie.
And I'm Chelsea Jones. Amendments and changes are likely to come, and one potential amendment is causing some stir among gun control supporters. 12 News reporter Anita Buffoni is joining us live from outside of the State House, explaining why.
Well, Chelsea and Shannon, amendments are being introduced right now as we speak, and one that could be introduced to the high-capacity magazine bill would add a grandfather clause for existing magazines already in possession by Rhode Islanders. But the state's attorney general says if that clause is put into effect, this law would be unenforceable. Lawmakers are in the thick of it, debating over 3 gun safety bills that were passed by a House committee Thursday night. The 3 bills up for consideration would make it illegal to possess a loaded rifle or shotgun in public, with some exceptions, raise the age from 18 to 21 to legally buy guns or ammunition, and make it a felony for someone to possess any semi-automatic firearm magazine that is capable of holding more than 10 rounds of ammo. An amendment drafted by a Democratic legislator prompted the state's attorney general to write a letter to lawmakers urging the bill to pass as is, saying the addition of a grandfather clause would render this legislation unenforceable and functionally meaningless, and is unnecessary to protect law-abiding gun owners in Rhode Island. 12 News law enforcement analyst and former colonel of the state police, Stephen O'Donnell, explains why such an amendment would make it difficult for law enforcement.
There's no way of knowing if the magazine was bought prior to the legislation. Do you grandfather that in? And magazines aren't stamped the same as handguns.
The Police Chiefs Association and current colonel of the state police have come out in support of the 3 bills. Now, this debate is expected to go on for hours. The Senate Judiciary Committee will take this up next week, and if it passes both chambers, Governor Dan McKee says he will sign those bills into law. Live outside the State House, I'm Anita Buffoni, 12 News.
First developing news, the debate over new gun control measures is going on right now at the State House.
And we've already been seeing feelings running very high. 12 News reporter Anita Buffoni is joining us live from the State House with what just happened moments ago. Anita.
Well, Chelsea and Shannon, as expected, things are heating up at the State House as lawmakers pick apart those 3 gun safety bills. These are the same 3 bills that passed the House Judiciary last night. Now, all of this taking place when a lawmaker made some comments. Then the spectators in the gallery above cheered along, and Speaker Chikarchi was not happy about it. Take a listen.
Criminals said to say congratulations on passing this bill today. They very much appreciate the people who want to legally defend themselves will have less firepower than they will. So the criminals say thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate the passion in this debate, and I appreciate everybody being able to be here in person. But we must maintain decorum. If decorum is not maintained, I will clear the galley and close it, and everybody can watch it on TV. If you want to test me, I'll clear the gallery right now. I have no problem doing it. This is the People's House. Every point of view is respected and heard on this floor. Do it again, and I will close the gallery for both sides.
And that was just a little piece of the back and forth between the lawmakers, and there was more exchanges since then. And my colleague Amanda Pitts is inside right now. She'll have a full recap on what took place coming up tonight at 10 and 11. For now, live in Providence, I'm Anita Buffoni, 12 News.